Ms. Sutton of Ohio.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today in recognition of National Police Week. In 1962, President John F. Kennedy signed a presidential proclamation that set aside May 15th as National Peace Officers Memorial Day and the week of May 15th as National Police Week. And since that time, we have dedicated this week to honor those who have fallen in the line of duty. During this week, police officers and their families and people in our communities throughout the country come together to honor and remember those officers who have fallen in the line of duty. It's a week to honor their service, their sacrifice, and their life. But this week is also for the surviving family members and fellow officers of the fallen. It's a time of tribute, and it's a time of healing. Northeast Ohio has experienced the tragic loss of 2 police officers recently this year. At the end of his watch on March 15, 2010, Officer James Kerstetter of the Elyria Police Department was shot and killed in the line of duty. Just 2 days earlier, on March 13th, Officer Thomas Patton of the Cleveland Heights Police Department collapsed and died while in pursuit of a suspect. Officers Kerstetter and Patton gave their lives in protection of their communities. These brave men knew the risks of the profession, but they also knew the rewards. Our policemen and women are part of the foundation of our communities. They risk it all as they walk the beat and patrol the streets, keeping our families and neighborhoods safe. Police officers go to work every day, committed to the oath that they take to serve and protect. And too often when officers fall, we are reminded of the cost and the sacrifice of the protection they provide us. But we must not only remember their service in times of loss. We must not only appreciate all that they do for us during this 1 week. We must appreciate their service and support them every week, every day. We must commit ourselves to the mission of supporting the service of our police and giving them the means to fulfill their oath. That's why this year and in previous years I supported full funding to the community-oriented policing services, known as the COPS program. Congress created COPS in the 1990s to address increasing crime rates, and it has succeeded in putting over 117,000 more police on the beat. And COPS funding had been cut significantly after the 1990s. But I'm proud to say that I have fought to make sure that this funding is continually improved and restored. And the Recovery Act that was passed and was supported by the FOP provided $1 billion for this competitive grant, aiding police forces that were facing drastic cuts in the face of a declining economy. 165 officers' jobs were saved throughout Ohio, and in my district alone, 30 officers' positions were saved through COPS funding by the Recovery Act. And that doesn't even take into account all of us who were saved and safer because they were on the street. We must continue to fight for funding and support our police, just as they fight for us every day to keep us safe. Just as Officer Kerstetter and Officer Patton fought to keep us safe and gave their lives to protect us. Let us always be there for them. I yield back.